Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I have had quite a few messages recently and one very recent comment from folks asking for another update on the situation with the, well, I say situation, there isn't really a situation, with the Wonder Woman bodies by Hot Toys and how they're holding up after, well, gosh, 2 years, something like that since I got this one. Feels like a while now. It has been exactly, well, almost exactly a year, I think, since I did the last update video on this body titled Hot Toys Wonder Woman, How's the Body Holding Up, or something like that. And specifically, someone left me a comment recently saying, can you follow up on that video now that it's been a year and just let us know how the bodies are holding up? I think some of you guys out there are still, hesitant to spend the money, wondering if later on down the line are you going to get rips and tears and stuff. So, you want the video, you get the video. Let's take a look and see how they're doing. So here are both of my versions of Wonder Woman. We have the first Gal Gadot Wonder Woman that Hot Toys made here. This is the Dawn of Justice, or BVS version. And here we have one of the more recent ones, the Themyscira training version of Wonder Woman from the solo film Wonder Woman. And I love them both. I think I've come close to selling this one in order to get one of the newer versions, but there's always something about the newer versions that just stops me, mainly with the Justice League version and even the gorgeous, vibrant concept version, which recently was released. Really colorful ones with the stars on the skirt and stuff. Even though it still has the Justice League sculpt, which I'm not too keen on. Oh man, it's so beautiful, Jesus. Anyway, I might try and get that one later on down the line. I know it's like an event exclusive thing or something. Hopefully they're not that hard to get. Probably are going to be hard to get hold of, but either way, got two Wonder Womans at the moment, and that was always more than enough for me. I just wanted one in the classic outfit, and I couldn't really resist the training version. Just a very different look, and I really like the head sculpt with the tied back hair. It looks very, very, very much like Gal Gadot. But to the bodies, we'll start with the first released BVS version. So, people ask me quite a lot what I did with the hair to get it to kind of sit like this. That's just hair gel. I may even have the exact hair gel lying around here somewhere. Yes, I do. This is exactly what I used on my Wonder Woman's hair. Just basically grab, the first gel that I saw on the shelf that said Ultra Strong Hold, and that's what I use. But yeah, I'm supposed to be talking about the body and the joints, but I'm just so distracted by it's just stunning figure to look at. Just how far we've come in the 1/6 game over the last decade, man. I mean, when I first got into this, um, we hadn't even had any Dark Knight trilogy figures from Hot Toys yet. I mean, right around the time me and Nick got into this stuff, that was just about to happen. Um, I don't know. It's hard to remember exactly what figure it was that. Well, Takara Batman would have been the one that really started it for me and Nick, I guess. But anyway, the point being, just how real she looks. I mean, these new bodies they're using, very, very realistic. This one, when I first got it, it was kind of shiny, very shiny. And as you would have seen in the original How She Holding Up video a year ago, the wet and shiny look on her skin seemed to just fade away after a while. It's still there a little bit, but considering this light is shining right at her, you're not getting much shine off the skin at all. So that went away. And I have posed her quite vigorously. I mean, if you check the channel, you have to go deep. It's been a while since I got this one, but since I've got this figure, I have done multiple videos, and some of those videos have been just pure pose sessions and photography sessions. Elbows bent, knees bent, fighting poses, all that stuff. So she survived it very well. I mean, I never leave her on display long term, posed drastically. It wouldn't be wise to do that. Again, look at that angle. The light in the eyes, the way the hair's falling around the face. That makes or breaks these Gal Gadot head sculpts, man, when it comes to the rooted hair. It's all about how the hair falls, the weight, where it lands, the shadows it casts. And yeah, one of these days, well, we're just eager to see that Justice League version in person. I know the videos, I've watched everything, seen all the pictures, but it's always different when you see it in person. But we'll see. I probably will be getting another Wonder Woman later on down the line. We'll see how this sequel, the 84 Wonder Woman movie that they've just finished filming, we'll see how the figure from that turns out. Maybe I'll grab that one. So let's have a look. Back of the elbow, no wrinkles, nothing like that. Really, no damage at all from any poses I've been doing. Back of the knee, I can't see any wrinkles or lines or anything like that. Obviously, there's that seam from the actual mold of the body itself going down the side of her leg there, but that's nothing to do with me. Yeah, honestly, she really does seem to be holding up really well, and this was, like I said, the very first version. Damn, again. People diss this sculpt, man, but, I mean, it's absolutely stunning. Her nose is just right on this one. You know? Again, it's all about the hair. It makes or breaks it. But, yeah, no damage on BVS. She has been very well behaved as figures go. No troubles. And just always eye-catching, and always just glad to be able to look at this thing in person and just own the figure. Let's move on to the training version. But Dawn of Justice Wonder Woman is holding up just fine after about 2 years. Again, another absolutely stunning figure. It just so real looking. Even with the sculpted hair rather than rooted hair. Basically, that choice was made down to the hairstyle and how it looks. I mean, that makes total sense to me. Some figures, like the Pop Toys, Tomb Raider, would have sculpted hair like this that's tied back, but then it would transition from here to rooted hair in a plait so that you could position it and maybe put it over a shoulder, which I did do once, and people would ask me, how do you get the hair to sit over a shoulder? I literally just forced it to do that. Probably, not the best idea, but it didn't seem to do any damage. It didn't mark her skin. It didn't permanently, disfigure the plaited hair at the back. Although I think using, like I did in another video, I used to use this ponytail to hold the shield in place on her back. So the ponytail would act as an arm. The way you put the shield on her arm, I just do it with the ponytail and then lock it in place. And then from the front view, when she's on the shelf, she looked like she had her, shield on her back, which was just a nice little extra option for looks for the figure. But just what a stunning piece. Anyway, sorry. Again, getting distracted by this just 1/6 scale work of art from a good film, man. Wonder Woman solo film was really good. But I have posed this one quite a fair bit as well. Not probably as much as the Dawn of Justice version. I think I posed her a little bit more. That's not just down to the fact that I've had her longer. I tend to just go to this one for the more action stuff. Just maybe because of the outfit and just how vibrant it all is. But she's holding up just fine too. I've had her in slightly more drastic, permanent sort of poses than this. I did have her with her elbow like that for about a week and a half, I guess. Maybe 2 weeks. Just thought, let's see what happens. And then when I did come back and put it down, that wrinkle or line that you can see there just goes away by itself. So, I don't know, man. The way they're doing these things these days, the technology, the techniques, and they're always going to be improving. So, give it another decade. I wonder what a figure like this was going to look like, man. Certainly very curious to see that. Hope I make it over 10 years. Gotta start eating right. Get some exercise. Stop spending all day. Well, other than working the job full time. I do like to film my figures, but you don't exactly burn calories filming videos for you guys. Now, there is one thing that I've had since day one with the training version, and that's that kind of rough skin bit here, which I've never messed with. I'm afraid to touch it. I don't want to rub it or anything. I leave it alone, but I'm sure I'm not the only person in the world with a Wonder Woman figure that's doing this on some section of her skin. It's like the very, very thin first layer on the skin has kind of worn away, revealing a slightly less detailed kind of skin underneath, like another layer. And let me just see if I can zoom in for you. Yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, obviously, like a little layer of skin has peeled away or something, but I don't think it's peeled away over time. I literally got it like that. So I think it's just one of those things that I kind of got unlucky with. But it's very small, and I don't really tend to, well, saying that now, I can see it, but it's one of those things, guys. Saying that, though, I'm still 100% happy with the piece. I think I just got very unlucky with that one. Let me know. 10 seconds. Uh-oh, forgot about the time limit. Anyway, guys, I hope that's helped. Sorry, I forgot 10-minute limit on the Samsung phone. Let me know in the comments what you thought.